Hello and welcome to Update Novi. With me today on a very special location is the Honorable Mayor Bob Gatt.
Hello.
Welcome, Mayor. And the co-founder of any number of 5, 6, 7 businesses at the place that we might be at today.
It's true.
Reuben Levi, who is actually the co-founder of Global Office Solutions. Is that the correct name?
That is correct name.
And behind the building here, or in the rear of this building, is the baseball lab.
The baseball lab, yeah.
Co-founder of the baseball lab too.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit, about you.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell a story about you. I mean, it's a good story.
Okay, let's keep
When
it
we
clean,
met, do you remember when we met?
I do remember when we met.
Do you remember where we met?
We met at the park.
We did meet at the park. It
We
sounds
did.
like it sounds like this romantic love story.
It was a beautiful day. It was
was a
sunny,
beautiful
right?
day.
A couple clouds in the sky. Yes, I
We
remember.
met at Lakeshore Park.
Met at Lakeshore.
I used to live, well, I still live, but before, years ago, probably 10 years ago
At least
now.
10 years ago.
We each had a child in kindergarten, and they
Do
happened
you want me to move? I can move over here.
No, we're having a moment here,
We're having
Mayor.
a moment.
Hi.
This is fantastic.
This is nice.
So no, there's a point. It will get to
It's a
a
nice
point.
story, Bob.
We each had, our kids knew each other because they
Right.
were in the same kindergarten class.
Correct.
And so we started chatting, and I challenged Reuben to get involved in the community. I said, what do you mean? You live up here in Walled Lake. We need people involved in the north end of Novi. Get involved.
Right.
And?
And look at that.
And he is involved. Do you know what the
Right.
first thing you did was? Because I called you.
Trying to remember.
We had Claire coming,
Oh,
and we
that's
needed somebody to
right.
do a homestay
That's right.
visit, and he volunteered. When we used to do homestays, he had one of our Asian guests from
You
Claire.
didn't even know him that well. And
No, but I just knew. He said he wanted to
She
get
was
involved.
good. Look, that's how good she is.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I said, "Hey, would you be interested?"
That's
and he said,
amazing.
"Heck yeah!" And
That's a good story.
and that's how he first started to get involved with the city.
It's true.
That's very, very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Yeah, it was
So-
fun.
How long ago?
10 years,
That's 10 years.
9, 10
yeah,
years
I think
ago.
9, 10 years ago.
Wow.
So, anyways, tell us a little bit about you. You still live in Novi.
Still live in Novi. Love it out here. Moved out here in '96. The first thing that attracted me, quite frankly, was the lake. Had a ski boat and was looking to get on the water a little bit, so went around, found a place off South Lake over there. And, you fast forward a number of years after that. It's been a great place for me to be. But, started off there, ended up finding another place on the other side of the lake on East Lake, built over there. Now I've got 4 rentals around the lake, so I keep a little bit busy.
You're doing well.
Yeah, keeping folks coming into the city here,
Yeah.
which is nice,
Yeah.
right? Supporting.
It's a beautiful lake.
You call
Yeah.
your kids rentals?
Sometimes I do. So let's see.
He does
Raised
have 4 kids too. So
4 kids. Started off over there. First child was born off of East Lake, and then all the rest of them there. Only had one in the house over there, but now 4 kids later. So, and continuing to grow with the population.
Wonderful.
I think that was pretty good.
Wonderful.
Oldest now, Eliana, is in 9th grade, a freshman.
Holy
in one of the
smokes.
Walled Lake district up there at the north end of
Yes.
Novi. So she's over at Western, and then I got Michaela at Geisler, and Delilah and Zachariah Hickory Woods. So, 9th grade down to 4th grade.
that's good.
Could you imagine that when
So-
we met? I wouldn't have thought that either.
So your kids are all born, raised here in Novi.
Yeah.
Your desire to expand your business. Tell us a little bit about your business. You're a great startup company, and now here we are today on Heslop Drive at Global Office Solutions. So tell us about that.
Sure.
And then we'll get into the baseball lab.
Sure. So actually, Global started off of South Lake Drive there, out
Okay.
of my house, off of a couple cell phones and pagers.
Okay.
So I've been in this industry.
What's a pager?
I know, that's what I was thinking. I thought when they put this mic on me, something
Yeah.
was going
It's
to
all
beep,
legal
right?
though, right?
Yeah,
Your
right.
cell phones and pagers,
Well, these
it's all-
pagers, you would get some different looks, but we were just delivering copy paper back then, nothing else.
Okay,
Only copy
that's what you
paper.
were doing, copy paper.
Yeah, well, it was the supplies, right? So I was working for another company for a little bit, had an opportunity to go out on my own. Needed to find a place to work out of in that.
Okay.
And things happened a little bit quicker than what I expected, and so all of a sudden the house became the office and the warehouse, so that was kind of cool and fun. So worked out of there for a little bit, then found a place right down at the end of the road here that we're on Heslop, was the first place that we found, which was great. And great building, great location, and then Novi also. So I lived in Novi. I really like the idea of staying within Novi, keeping the business here. You got great access to all the highways, transportation, logistically speaking.
So you started out doing copy paper, Global Office Solutions.
Global Office,
What has
sure.
the business grown to be, and what do you do?
So we're now a full office solutions company. So office solutions means anything really within the office. So we do everything from standard office products program, office supply programs, everything along that line, from your pens, paper clips, everything with that.
Okay.
We have a full office coffee service that we do now. We started about 4 years ago, all Michigan product, which is great. Our equipment's Michigan manufactured. All our beans are roasted here. We do print, promo, furniture, from everything from space plan design to installation. So we're all B2B. We don't really do anything on a residential type line.
Okay.
But everything's strictly business now, which is great.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So business is up, running, things are good. Have some extra office space in the back, and you decide to,
Why not do an indoor baseball training facility?
because the office solutions business and baseball training go hand in hand.
They really work well together, which is perfect, right? So I mean, it was a perfect fit, right? Actually, so the funny thing is, we had a tenant in the back. So bought this building here in 2004. Had 10 in the back. They moved out right at the peak of economic excellence. Right at the end of 2008, beginning 2009.
Bingo.
Not great timing, right? Everything, as we all remember, was dropping down pretty quick. As not only owning the business, but the other houses, everything. You feel a little bit of the stress coming on. Put an ad out there for some space. In walks this incredible band, Insane Clown Posse.
This is where they were.
This is where they were.
Yes.
So ICP came in, ended up renting out the back space there. They were doing all their print, their shirts, their embroidery, everything like that. So, and they were great. They did a great job, kept the place, wonderful tenants. They ended up moving out. So started cleaning it up, getting it ready. Ended up having 2 people stop by, and they were both looking at for indoor baseball training. Thought that was a little bit weird. Didn't really think that would work out so well back there. Then I go to take my daughter, where I always went to gymnastics, stop in there. I'm talking to the owner because I saw him expanding with what he did. Told him a little bit. He goes, "You ever think about doing indoor baseball training?" Figured, so that was the third one. Within a month, I said, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's give it a roll and see what happens. So he ended up connecting me with Corey Moskovitz, who's my partner back there. Corey's the baseball guy. He's been incredible. And we've been at it a little over 3 years back there now, and it's been a lot of fun.
So what are you doing? Is it one-on-one training? Do teams rent it out? How does it work?
Yeah, so we do a little bit of everything. So there's a lot of one-on-one back there. Corey's a great coach, so we've got some other coaches that have come in. We've had some MLB players that have actually been in there and helping with the coaching. So we'll do everything from hitting to pitching to catching, anything related, both baseball and softball. We have outside teams that come in, rent the facility. Obviously, during winter time, they want to be inside to work on their hitting. We've got these 2 really great simulators. It's like a golf simulator, but for baseball. So it's actually very, very cool. So you can hit within there. You can see where it goes. You get a lot of the technology aspect that you're not going to get just going and trying to hit in a cage or catch or do any of this. So baseball is it's all about the analytics, right? Always the numbers and everything, looking and having the understanding. So this technology, nobody else has what we have in there and the investment that we put in. So it creates a great place for that. We also do parties back there. So we have children's parties. We've had adult parties back in there. We just got a call from Wall Lake Northern basketball team. We set up and we're doing foaling back in there as well. So doing some fundraiser events and a lot of things. And it's been a heck of a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, I think you might have saw, but there was not a major player, just a guy who won the home run derby, Aaron Judge from the Yankees.
He's a little guy, isn't
Just a little guy. Yeah, he's not a real big name.
he?
He's
6'10", 6'11".
The
He's
guy-
a rookie.
he's a
He
rookie.
might be rookie of the year and all kinds of. He was here.
He was here. He was at the baseball lab.
He stopped at my house first, and I gave him a little tip that he.
Were you the one that helped out? He did say
Yeah.
some guy. Yeah.
Boys.
It was a
So,
little-
Reuben, how did he get connected with you guys?
So this was neat. So we've got a really great web page in that we've been paying to manage the SEO and everything on that as well. So we get a call from the Yankees on Sunday. Said, hey, we got a high profile player. We've looked around at different facilities. we've identified you guys as where we want to come. They love the technology, all the aspects that we had with it. So they said, we want to come in there, got to keep it low key. Obviously, they didn't want a lot of people in there. I didn't even know until the following morning that was Aaron Judge coming in here, which blew me away. So it was incredible. He showed up, and it was actually just seeing the guy who literally won the home run derby. I mean, this guy's just incredible athlete out there. He's in there practicing. They flew the hitting coach for the Yankees flew him in from St. Louis, and this guy's in there doing tee work. I mean, here you go. You got this guy who's the major league, could be on his way to be one of the all-time greats. He's sitting there doing tee work, getting soft toss pitches to him, working, and so it was a really neat experience because we started the Novi Nitro Baseball Club, which is a nonprofit 501c3, so it's a little league back there. And we've got about 6-7 teams with that, 9U up to 13Us, and a couple others. But this was great because some of these kids from the Nitro were in there watching this, seeing this guy, this incredible athlete in baseball.
Back to the basics.
Yeah.
Back to the basics, and it
Hard
just shows
work.
you.
Practice, 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 yeah.
You never stop at it. So it was neat. So it was, so that was kind of a little bit pat on the back for us of taking a look and saying, you know what, the investment and everything that we've done back there and put in all the aspect of technology definitely paid off.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
So how do the viewers get in touch with you guys?
So a couple different ways. So for global office solutions on what we do here, any business, obviously we've been working with the city for quite some time. We handle all different aspects. We would love to talk to any company that's looking on trying to reduce costs, improve processes inside their office. They can reach us online at our website, globalofficesolutions.com.
Okay.
Or for the baseball lab, anybody looking to improve, Mayor Gatt's going to be in there, showing us a little bit how to hit a little, maybe giving some lessons out there.
Anytime.
We're going to put them side by side next to the video that we have of Aaron Judge back there too. And I think that we're going to send that off to Aaron, of course. Show him how to swing
I already told him. Look, I think he listens.
Mayor did do the Tigers training camp. You know that?
I did.
I know.
Mayor was all city in the '60s.
Mayor's going to be hitting on the simulator back there, knocking some out of Comerica.
You never know.
Never know.
You never know.
So
Good
for the
stuff.
baseball lab, anybody looking, you can go on baseballlabnovi.com is the website there, and that's by appointment, but calling in, setting up. We're also doing some cool things back there with the membership. So we got key fob on the door,
cool.
so people could buy a membership on a monthly basis, and they have
Nice.
an unlimited in and out when they want, unlimited number of times. So it's a really
Good.
great way.
That's good.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it's a great idea, and we're excited about that. A lot of neat
Good
things
deal.
happening.
Well, thanks for your partnership. First
Absolutely.
and foremost, thanks for your continued investment in our Novi
Absolutely,
and all you do for the community.
for sure. Well, I appreciate it.
I know you're up there carrying the flag to all of our friends and community members in the North End, so I appreciate that.
Keeping it real. Novi. Novi, baby.
Novi. So thank you for watching this half of the show. When we come back, Mayor and I will update you on all the happenings in and around our Novi. Don't go away.
Hello, I'm Audrey from Compass Self Storage. I'm the general manager. We'd love for you to stop by and take a tour. We have temporary storage as well as great promotions. We're located on Grand River Avenue. Our nearest crossroad is Meadowbrook Road.
Welcome back to Update Novi. Mayor Gatt and I are here at Global Office Solutions / in the Rear Baseball Lab.
That was an interesting segment. He's an interesting guy. To think that Judge character from the New York Yankees came here, that's a big deal.
And I think, you know what I think is even more of a big deal is Reuben is an interesting and a very nice guy that, these
I
incubators.
like the way you met him.
Let's not go into that again.
Okay.
But we talk about startups today and how big that is, and Bill Gates or whomever starting in
Right.
their garage and everything. It happened in Novi,
It did.
and it happened to Reuben Levi because he was selling copy paper out of his
Yeah.
house, and now here he is.
Yeah.
And
Very success story. That's amazing. We should tell more stories like that, because Novi's probably full of that kind of thing. Because, Novi is just a great place to be. That's all. It's made up of the greatest characters, and that's what makes Novi so great. And Reuben is just one of those
and diverse.
success stories.
And
Diverse,
and
absolutely.
diverse,
yeah.
And I think Reuben would agree with us that obviously he says Novi not only gave him a great start, but it's been a great place to raise his family.
Sure.
And talking to Reuben, the buzzwords, engagement, sense of community are so much.
Part of his life.
But I'm just saying right now it's so much out there that everyone, does this city have a sense of community? Does this city have a sense of community, et cetera?
Yeah.
And when you talk with people like Reuben, there's a sense of community there. He loves Novi. It's part of who he is. It's ingrained in him.
Here,
exactly.
Family, business,
And,
home, absolutely.
And I think everything the city does is with a sense of community in mind.
And Sheryl, it always has been since my arrival 40-some years ago. Reuben Levi, there's a guy in 2017. Let's go back to 1975. Tom Marcus.
Yep.
He started a family business, and it grew and
Yep.
grew, and he raised a family. So, and there's 1,000 in between there.
That's
so
right.
Novi's just a unique place.
So we plan events. We've got Monsters on Main, which is coming up in October. We've got Addicted to Movies, Not Drugs, which is coming up on Monday, November 6th. Light Up the Night will be there before you know it in December. But there's so many opportunities, Mayor, for people to get involved and be a part of the community. It's not only attending events, it's logging onto our Facebook page or visiting the city website or watching the show, which people
Absolutely.
are doing right now. There's ways to be a part of Novi, express your voice, your concern, your input, your suggestions, etc. Grow a business, raise a family. There's so many ways for people to interact and be a part of Novi. I think we should take pride in all the many things that we offer to the community.
Not only do we offer so many things, we also advertise what we offer.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we do in Novi is transparent. Everything we do
I would agree.
is published either on the internet. Our budget is on the internet.
Yes, it is.
You can see every penny that's spent out of our, $30-some million general fund budget right there on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
The publications that your office sends out, Engage and other matters, this TV show, everything that we do is offered to the public for their consumption and their comment, frankly. So anybody who thinks or says that we're not transparent just isn't paying attention.
I had the opportunity to attend a meeting with like-minded individuals, communications directors from cities, and I got into, I don't want to say an argument, but I got into a discussion with a lady from a community in California, and she shared with me that websites are dying and that everybody should go to an app. And I says, well, if you have a website and you're updating the content on a daily basis, who's going to update the app? Why wouldn't you just make your website mobile friendly? I shared with her our website. She was astonished that we have 500,000 visits already this year.
Yeah, and we're
That
only
we
in September.
update it daily. And it's all mobile friendly. You can click on anything on your iPhone, your tablet, and it's all accessible.
Yes.
And which eliminates the need for anything
For the
else
app.
in the way of an app and having redundancy. And it became very apparent to me at the great job that Novi does. And I'm not saying this my team. I'm saying the city clerk's office, our community development department and their planning commission.
Police department.
Everybody. Transparency is at the utmost
We
of
want
importance.
information out there. We
Yep.
want everybody in Novi, almost all 60,000 residents can turn on their computer or their phone or their tablet and find out anything that's happened or is happening in Novi at any time, 24/7.
So, good stuff.
Good stuff.
I've got good news.
What's that?
It's September 25th today, September 25th or so.
I think so.
It's 95 degrees, so it seems like it's
warm.
July or August.
It's warm.
But on October 14th, so just a little over 2 weeks away,
2 weeks from now.
the big project of the summer, 10 Mile in Napier,
That road is closed. You can't go through.
October 14th. It's opening.
It's going to open
Already.
in a roundabout fashion.
Yep, in a roundabout fashion, it will be open.
Well, wonderful. And,
Yep,
and
it won't
did
be
they,
completed. There'll be restoration work, with the grass and
Did they knock down that hill?
the hill in is it South Lyon Township?
That's Lyon Township.
Lyon Township has been, alleviated. And I will tell you that I think it closed maybe May,
Well, it was the beginning of summer, yeah. Or just
but
before
they did
summer.
that in a very quick fashion.
Yeah, that's the Road Commission of Oakland County.
Yep.
We got to give them credit where credit is
We
due.
do.
Yeah.
We do.
That was a very dangerous intersection. I can tell you as a policeman there for so many years, I policed a lot of very, very bad, in fact, fatal accidents there. So I am happy. I am elated.
So I know that that's caused a lot of headache and consternation for a lot of people that travel to Novi from the west or are working here and wanting to go home that way.
It will.
So that
it will
help.
also bring the traffic back on 10 Mile. So
That's
all the
okay.
people who live off of 10 Mile, they got used to this, subdued traffic pattern.
Yep.
They're gonna wake up and say, "Oh my goodness, what
But it's
happened?"
good news. It was a much needed improvement.
It is.
And,
It is.
And we're winding down road construction season, which
Yes.
is always a good thing.
Is Meadowbrook Road open yet?
Let's not talk about Meadowbrook Road. I
Well,
live off of Meadowbrook Road.
I travel Meadowbrook Road every day, to and from work. So it really is closed again.
It is, it is. But that's okay. It'll be open, I think, in a couple weeks as well. They're doing work on culvert or something up north of 12 Mile right now, between 12 and 13.
12 and 13, yeah.
So, but that's good.
well,
that's good.
It's good when it's done.
I know.
Yeah,
That's all
It'll
good.
be done soon.
What else good is going on? You got anything?
Well, I don't want to take too long, but we did maybe the greatest event that in my 40-some year history with the city, certainly my 6 years as mayor, when we honored Major Becker, a young Novi an airman who was tragically killed while in the Air Force.
So, when you first learned of that back in March,
Yeah.
that he was from Novi, I know you immediately reached out to his family
Did.
and
I
sent
did.
a nice correspondence, and they were very grateful. And at that time, you said, we need to do something. And obviously at Memorial Day, which was just a couple months later, we did. We spoke about him and included him in the ceremony and service, but the parents couldn't be there.
Yeah, and it wasn't enough.
And you had contacted and you said you wanted to do something for them. And when the time was right, we
Yeah.
would be back in touch.
Yeah.
And the time was finally right for them.
It was.
And his wife was able to
She was.
make the journey back, and prayers go out to her for her good health as well. And that's all we'll say about that.
Yeah.
But she came in from New Mexico, as did his commander and fellow officers, which was, to me, such a testament to the person and leader and protector of our country that he was.
That Andy was, yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was the most moving experience in my career, and I've seen a lot of different things happen. Mr. Becker, Andy's father, when he spoke, the crowd was crying, and it was difficult to hold back tears, and it was his speech was mesmerizing, talking about how Andy gave time and his life. And I just urge anybody who can pull that up on our channel to watch that, because he deserves all the acclaim and all the attention that we gave him,
So, and you're right, it is available on social media for anyone and you can, I'm sure, Google it on YouTube, Major Andy, remembering Major Andy Becker, and you would find that on YouTube, the city's YouTube channel, or on our Facebook.
Thank
and
you
I
for
believe it's on our website.
all your
You know what,
hard
Mayor?
work and making
thank
that
you.
a perfect
It was, in my 15 years here, it was the most gratifying and fulfilling event program I've had the opportunity.
yeah.
And I think a large part of that is due to the Becker family, getting to know them.
Yes.
They're genuine, good, humble.
Now we're going to bring them back, aren't we, to a council meeting?
They're not going away, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're Novi people. They've been part of Novi for as long as I have. I think 40 years or something.
42 years they've lived here.
42 years.
They've
So
raised
we
their
must have
family
moved
here.
into Novi together.
But they are
They
going
live
to
in
come. They're
my
going to
son.
come to a council meeting, and they want to share some thanks. And I know we want everybody that couldn't be able to be at the service to hear from them and their thanks and praise.
Yeah.
But I also encourage people, because we need to wrap this up, to the next time you're at the Civic Center, on the south side of the building, which would be the main entrance where you all would enter the building, to the west there is a tree that's planted in Major Becker's honor,
Yeah.
and a bench that's called Andy's Bench.
Andy's Bench.
And please stop there, read a little bit about him, say a prayer if you're so inclined, sit there, just reflect on the goodness and how blessed we are to live not only in Novi but in Michigan and the country.
The greatest country in the world, frankly. So,
With that, I think we should close. We haven't been our typical jovial selves. I
well,
don't know
not
if it's the
today. I
heat.
think this is a somber memory, of such a wonderful occasion. But we'll get back to being funny next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's all good.
I still like the way you met Reuben there at the park.
Can't you just picture it?
Did
his
you have
kid-
dogs on a leash or anything?
No, we were just there. And cell phones
How
were.
did
You know what it was?
How did you start talking to each
You know
other?
what it was? Is our kids. My son, Ian, who's now a freshman like Eliana, is, I know that girl. Well, do you want to talk to her? She's in my kindergarten. And as little girls are, she's circling around and teasing him. And he was kind of like, it's a girl. And,
Yeah.
and
He doesn't say that now.
No. But, and there's no cell
he might
phone,
say
so
that.
it wasn't like we were sitting looking at our phones.
Right.
We were watching and playing with our kids, and we just started talking. Obviously, Reuben is easy to talk to, and
Yes.
And I work for the city, and that struck up a conversation. I think he really was upset about something, and I said to get
You
involved.
calmed him down.
I did, and I said get involved.
Wonderful.
And I don't remember what it was at the time, but
Well,
so it was
whatever
all
it was,
good.
you did a great job.
it was all good, and now he's good friends with the city. So
Okay.
with that, we'll wrap up this edition of Update Novi. As always, we encourage you to connect with our Novi city website, cityofnovi.org, our Facebook, via Nixle, via here on the city's TV channel, our e-newsletters. Call our office. I love chatting with community members anytime. Until next time, take care.